Ever since I was a little girl, Johnson's baby powder has made me feel soft, fresh, and loved.
From the start of your life, it's been a part of your life, a special comfort to you, a loving feeling too. It's a feeling you never outgrow. Johnson's baby powder is a feeling you never outgrow.
Pure Johnson's baby powder from Johnson & Johnson. It's a feeling you never outgrow.
More of Cheryl Ladd later. Talc. Tonight we're talking about talc. Innocuous, great little mineral, 1001 uses, whitening up your plaster, thickening up your paint, stopping your sweating on a hot day, all that stuff. And this is the talc mine in Western Australia at Three Springs. Closest town's probably a big town to be Watheroo, little town Geraldton, something like that. Anyway, this is the second largest talc mine in the world. And we do produce a lot of talc. Huge mines going in South Australia right now. There's mines in New South Wales. There even used to be mines in Queensland. I don't think there's any active here now. This, by the way, is the biggest talc mine in the world in France. You can see the difference in the colour. It's pretty pure talc there. So, of course, there's quite a bit of talc produced in the world. You know, a few billion tonnes of it a year. China, of course, produces most of it. There's Cheryl. Don't forget, she's coming up again soon. Don't worry, don't worry. She's still alive, by the way. So don't panic. Looking great. This is another serpentinite mineral. It's called asbestos. This is white asbestos. This is another type of serpentinite mineral that's very close to asbestos. And this is blue asbestos. This is the stuff that Peter Garrett wrote about in Midnight Oil, the Blue Sky Mine. And this is, here it is in it. You can see that beautiful iron matrix. You know that's Western Australia. So what we've got here is a little town called Winternoom. Well, what's left of a little town called Winternoom, because it's completely contaminated with asbestos. There's a few hardy souls still living there. Older people that say, well, I'm not getting long enough to catch this disease as mesothelioma, so bugger it, they're still there. And this is the Blue Sky Mine. It runs right up this valley. There's several places they mined it, but that's one of the big dumps coming out of a mine up there. And yeah, that's all contaminated. You don't want to go near this place without a mask on. It's an absolute industrial mess. So folks, tonight we're talking about these scumbags. And they are. I'm being nice. And this product, which it's just broken my heart because it's such a great product. So anyway, I told you Cheryl would be back. Let's have a look at this. Johnson & Johnson's baby powder, or talcum powder. As you know now, it comes from a mineral called talc, which is mined. Court documents revealed that Johnson & Johnson knew its talc contained asbestos since the 1950s. 1950s. Right. Tests conducted in the latter half of the 20th century revealed asbestos in Johnson & Johnson's talc, but the company covered it up. Oops. Internal company documents indicated that they actively went to suppress information about the asbestos coming from their mines in Vermont and in Italy that was contaminating their talc. Johnson had trained its employees to reassure anyone concerned about whether the company had asbestos in its talc that it was never happened and it's not possible. Oh yes it is, and yes it was. So they recalled a heap of stuff and they decided they'd not make any more talc, although the stores had stocks which they had to sell out, so that still went out. They didn't recall it. You know, they recalled some, but the stores kept their stocks. Now this stuff's all based on either cornstarch or potato starch with a bit of calcium citrate in it, some fragrances and stuff. Could have been like that all along, frankly. So they've now agreed to pay $8.9 billion into a trust fund to help the nearly 60,000 people who have claimed damages from this stuff. Now, these are not people that wake up in the night with headaches or cold sweats. These are people with ovarian cancer. and other very nasty forms of cancer, mainly women, nearly 60,000 that we know of. There would be hundreds of thousands more that just died in agony for nothing, because these scumbags could get bigger bonuses at the end of the year. That's what it's about. Corporate profits before people. But of course, they're trying to do what we used to call in Australia the bottom of the harbour. Load all the liabilities into a corporate entity, sink it. Well, in America, I believe it's called the Texas two-step. Register an entity in Texas, load it for liabilities, then get a friendly judge down there to just let it go bankrupt. But the courts are onto them, and I don't think they're going to get away with it. But what I'm going to do is list all the brands that these people own, because they own a lot of brands. Band-Aid being one of them. Great product. When I was a kid, stick a Band-Aid on me till it fell off. 2 or 3 days later, no problem, everything's happy. Not now. I wear a Band-Aid for more than 2 or 3 hours. I get a chemical burn from it. My mother-in-law got a grade 2 chemical burn from a dressing put on her at a GP's. Absolutely disgusting. And they sell hypoenergenic. Oh yeah, this stuff won't burn you. Well, why aren't they all like that? Oh, it costs 20 cents more. Profit before people, yet again. Anyway, I'm going to show you all these brands, and it's just a thing that I had to do. It's talc related, it's asbestos related. We have both talc and asbestos in Australia. They're both minerals. And even asbestos, as evil it is on human health, it has some amazing uses if it is used correctly, which it is never used correctly. I believe in China it is still a big problem. The asbestos is uncontrolled over there. It can get into all sorts of things. By the way, they used to use talc to buffer up your vitamins and minerals. So if you got yourself a tablet that contained so many nanograms of something, it had to be buffered up to make it into a tablet, they'd use talc. There you go. It's flavourless, does the job. Anyway, one thing I do know about rocks is that you guys rock, my subscribers. I really do appreciate you. And if you're new here and you dig the vibe, like and subscribe. And I didn't do a coffee ad. I'll put one in now. I'll put one at the end. How about that? Let's do a coffee ad. And you know what I'm going to say. Keep rocking. T-Rocks out.
Commercial time.
Help me, coffee. You're my only hope. I've placed information vital to the survival of T-Rocks in this QR code. Just scan the QR code and tip in a few Republic credits for the cause, and the caffeine will flow and allow the force to flow.